keep holding on to chains like they still belong to you, sleeping with your prison keys, afraid of what healing might do. You've built a home inside your hurt, decorated every room with pain. Now freedom knocking at your door, but you scared to live again. I know what fear can do. You got so used to surviving that peace feels strange to you. Stop calling bondage comfort. Stop calling misery home. God did not bring you this far to leave your spirit alone. Stop fighting.
If anybody asks you, just tell them I'm a child. I'm a child of the King. If anybody asks you, just tell them I'm a child. Oh, the King. I'm a child of the heavenly King. I'm a child of the heavenly King. And I'll sing of His goodness and His mercy and His grace. As long as I live, His praises will ring throughout the earth. I'll share His word in song. Wherever I go, just tell them I'm a child. Oh, tell them I'm a child. music. You a liar! Out my head. Take the lies back to the bed. Get out of my head. Hey! You don't live here. Woo, woo. You just pass through. Hey! I don't fear. Hey, hey. I'm taking my mind back. Hey, hey, hey. That ain't me. That ain't me. That ain't me. Talking back at me. I said get out. That ain't me. That ain't me. Talking back at me. I said get out. Pack your bags. Pack your bags. Change the locks. Change the locks. Change the locks. Pack your bags. Yeah. 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 Why you fighting? What heaven sent to free you? You keep holding on to chains like they still belong to you. Sleeping with your prison keys, afraid of what healing might do. You've built a home inside your hurt, decorated every room with pain. Now freedom knocking at your door, but you scared to live again. I know what fear can do. You got so used to surviving that peace feels strange to you. Stop calling bondage comfort. Stop calling misery home. God did not bring you this far to leave your spirit alone. Stop fighting what's trying to free you. Stop running from.
Look, stop fighting what's trying to free you, folks. Don't rebuild the cage you escaped. I remember some time ago I saw a little thing where it had this bird in a cage and the cage door was open, but the bird wouldn't fly out. And sometimes that's how we are. We're sitting in the cage, the door is open, and we won't come back. Or we get free and we fly back into the cage. Oh, somebody help me here. Look, we're talking tonight about don't rebuild the cage you already escaped. What? Get out of your own head. Look, you can get out of the cage and still carry the cage in your thinking. You can leave the room and still live by the rules of the room. You can move forward and still keep old fear in your pocket like a spare key. Look, folks, freedom is not just the movement you walk out. Freedom is discipline of not rebuilding what broke you. Why do we keep trying to rebuild what has already broke us? We got to let that stuff go, folks. Come on, somebody, help me. In episode 4, we say, stop fighting what's trying to free you. In episode 5, we're saying, now that you are free, don't rebuild the cage. Because some people escape pressure. Some people survive heartbreak. Some people leave toxic patterns. Some people change environments and finally get breathing room. But then they start recreating the same limits with new names. They call it being realistic. They call it protecting themselves. They call it standards. They call it wisdom. But sometimes it's just the old cage wearing new paint. Oh, there we go. Th- Put a pin in it and sit on that. It's the old thing wearing a new paint. It got new paint on the walls. Look, the goal is not to shame anybody here today for having survival habits. No, I'm not trying to do that. Those habits help you make it through something. But what helped you survive one season can hold you hostage in the next. A cast is good when the bone is broken. But if you wear the cast forever, that thing that helped you heal will eventually weaken what was supposed to grow strong. So tonight, we're going to talk about the cage after the cage. We're going to talk about familiar plans, suspicious peace, and old keys and triggers and rehearsed stories and the daily work of living free. The cage can miss you. The cage can miss you. Get this, folks. The cage can miss you. Don't rebuild the cage you escaped. Those old patterns will try to pull you back in. They will try to pull you back in, but you got to say, no, 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 I'm not going to allow that stuff to pull me back in today. No, you got to get in your head. That thing ain't pulling me back in today. Not today. Not today. Somebody say not today. Not today. Somebody just say not today for me, please. Oh, I know. I'm on a new time tonight, y'all. So some folks may not have caught up with me yet, but they'll catch the rerun. But I decided to come on earlier now because a lot of people are saying, Paul, you come on so late. You know, I forgot I deal with a lot of old people and they don't like I'm gonna get in trouble for this one. But those old people get mad at me when I come on late. They say they have to get in bed. I'm joking. I'm joking. Can y'all take a joke? Can y'all take a joke? All right. I'm trying. Let me just tell you, I'm a little discombobulated tonight because I wasn't even sure if I was going to come on. And I decided at the last minute to come on because me and the floor, I'm going to sing a song in a second. It's kind of funny, but me and the floor had a tussle and the floor won. That's all I'm going to say. Me and the floor had a tussle and it won. Me and the floor had a tussle and it won. It don't like me. I don't like the floor and it don't like me. But let me tell you, me and the floor had a tussle and the floor won, y'all. Somebody get what I'm saying a little later. I had a little fall the other day and the floor won. Because what I learned is that in my kitchen, I have a marble floor. And when you have a little fall on a marble floor, guess what? The floor wins. But anyways, I'm back. I didn't break anything and I'm okay. So I just had to get that out because I'm a little discombobulated, not as organized as I normally am. But hey, who cares? I'm here, right? We here to talk. Uncle Paul's thoughts. Uncle Paul got to get a haircut and a shave soon too. I should have shaved. I didn't shave either, but that's all right. Y'all don't care about that. Y'all just here to hear me talk. Anyway, so we're going to talk about the cage after the cage. So the cage can miss you. Old patterns have a pull on you. That is why people go back to what hurt them after they knew better, because that thing keeps pulling at you. It is always it is not always because they are foolish. Sometimes it's because it's familiar. And we like familiar. Let's be honest. We like being comfortable. None of us really, really like being uncomfortable, being in an uncomfortable place. Sometimes we like plans that feel predictable. You know, people don't like doing nothing new. If you got a restaurant you like, you wear that restaurant out until they treat you bad. Then you try to find a new one. We don't like new experiences. I like to go to different restaurants. I don't like to keep going to the same one. Now, every now and then, I do have a couple of my favorites. I will pop up at those. But I like to try different things and do different things. And sometimes we become so predictable. You know, you know where the walls are. You know how disappointment sounds. You know how chaos moves, and you know what to expect, even even if what you expect is bad. And what I've learned is that unfamiliar peace can feel unsafe to a nervous system trained by drama. If you grew up around tension, calm may feel like a quiet before something bad happens. If you survive betrayal, a kindness may make you suspicious. If you had to fight for attention, healthy consistency may feel boring. That does not mean peace is wrong. It means peace is new to you. And the cage can miss you, but that doesn't mean you owe it a visit. Old patterns will send invitations. But who said you got to show up? Just because you got an invitation don't mean you got to go. Old patterns will say, come back, come back. Wherever you are, come back. At least you knew how to live here. But knowing how to suffer is not the same as being safe. For me, it does not mean healthy, and predictable does not mean peaceful. Get this, freedom feels weird at first. Freedom feels weird at first. And that's okay. Sometimes freedom feels weird. And you got to get to that place in your life. Freedom feels weird at times. I'm not paying attention to my chats, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll catch up. I'm sorry. But freedom feels weird at times, folks. It feels weird at times. But at first, it feels awkward. When a person has been bent over for a long time, when you've been in a cage for a long time, guess what? Freedom feels weird. Can you imagine a bird that's been in a cage all his life and all of a sudden somebody opens the door and let him fly? That bird, first he gonna look around. First he gonna peep his head out the door a little bit just to see if anything gonna shock him or catch him before he go out the door. He gonna be peeping a little bit. And then he'll look and he'll move a little closer and get to the edge of the door. He'll look around. Why? Because it feels weird at first. Freedom feels weird at first. In the same way, your mind has been folded around fear, people pleasing, and overthinking, and control, or survival. Freedom comes strange. Do not panic because freedom feels unfamiliar, folks. New shoes blister before they fit. And new habits feel fake before they feel natural. And new boundaries feel mean before they feel healthy. And new confidence feel arrogant before it settles into truth. The first stage of freedom is not always comfort. Sometimes the first stage to freedom is adjustment. You have to adjust to being free. That's just like somebody that goes to prison. Never been there, y'all. Done a lot of things in life, but I ain't been to prison. Praise, not yet. Praise the Lord. Ha ta ta ta. Well, somebody know what I'm talking about. But when people come back into society, they have to adjust to society because freedom feels weird at first. Because you built a structure that you're so used to. And you're used to it. And you're not failing because peace feels strange. You are detoxing from chaos. You are learning a different rhythm. You are teaching your life how to breathe without waiting for the next emergency. And we have to learn how to stop decorating the old prison. Some people do not leave the prison, they decorate it. They put a better language on old bondage. They call isolation protecting my peace. They call avoidance waiting for the right time. Oh, come on. They call bitterness discernment. They call emotional shutdown being strong. They call control having standards. But a cage with the nice curtains is still a cage, baby. It's still a cage. It's still a cage. They call bitterness discernment. They call emotional shutdown being strong. They call control having standards. Look, but a cage with nice curtains is still a cage. The prison with soft lighting is still a prison. If the pattern keeps you small, stuck, scared, bitter, frozen, or disconnected, do not let do not let better vocabulary trick you into staying. Look, healing is not just explaining your pain better. Healing is changing how pain gets to run your life. Let me say that again. Somebody needs to hear that. Healing is not just explaining your pain better. Healing is changing how pain gets to run your life. Growth is not just having language of your trauma. Growth is when your trauma loses voting power over your future. Look, your triggers are not your boss, folks. Get this, your triggers are not your boss. Stop making your triggers your boss. They are not your boss. You don't stop letting your triggers lead your life. You just got to take them for what they are. Triggers. Triggers. Those are the things that trigger you. Okay? Deal with that. We got to stop giving it to so much credence. Get that thing straight. Somebody help me here. Say, get out of my head. I'm screaming. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot I'm over here having talking to myself, but get out of my head, folks. Don't rebuild the cage. Get this, your triggers are not your boss. A trigger is information, not instructions. It can tell you where something hurts, but it does not get to tell you what to do next. You can feel fear without obeying fear. Get that. You can feel fear without obeying fear. You can feel anger without becoming angry. You can feel suspicion without letting suspicion drive the car. When something triggers you, pause before you crown it as king and ask, what is this trying to show me? Not just what is it trying to make me do? What is it trying to show me? There's a difference between a signal and a command. Look, a smoke alarm tells you to check the house. Hello? But you do not let the smoke alarm drive your life. You're allowed to have a reaction. You are also allowed to choose a response. And that little space between reaction and response is where freedom grows, folks. Don't bring old keys to new doors. You got to understand that. Get these thoughts in your head. Because here's the truth. Here's the truth, folks. You can leave the cage and still think like the cage. You can walk out of the room and still live by the rules of the room. You can move forward and still carry old fear in your pocket. Get this, freedom is not just getting out. Freedom is learning how not to go back. Look, the cage can miss you. I think it's time for me. I'm all over the place, y'all. I didn't run over. Look, freedom. Freedom is learning how to not to go back. Look, it is possible to escape situations but rebuild it with old habits. It is possible to leave a relationship but carry the same fear into a new connection. It's possible to change the environment but still keep the same inner voice. It's possible to break the cycle and then quietly reconstruct it with overthinking, self-protection, avoidance, and control. So the work now is not just escape. The work now is maintenance. The work now is learning new rhythms. The work now is teaching your mind, your body, your relationship, and your choices that the old cage is not home anymore. Let the cage can miss you. The cage can miss you.
Made it out. Now don't build it again. Same walls, new paint. That ain't freedom. Sunlight hitting my face. Thought the hardest part was leaving. You made it out.
I made it out. I'm not going back inside the cage. The cage can miss you, okay? Old patterns will invite you back. Let's start here. The cage can miss you. Now, I know it sounds funny, but stay with me. Old patterns have a pull. A familiar pain can feel safer than unfamiliar peace because at least pain is predictable. And I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself, and I am on purpose. You know the walls, you know the rules, you know the disappointment, you know how chaos moves. And some of us do not go back because it was good. We go back because it's familiar. It's because we know how to function there. You got so used to functioning in craziness. That's why you keep going back. That's why you're trying to rebuild now. That's why you're saying maybe we could make stuff work. No, 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 no. You tried already and it didn't work. Keep going. Why you keep trying to rebuild the cage? He that the Son set free is free indeed. That is why people return to old relationships and old habits and old reactions and old self talk and old environments, even after they know better. You know better. It is not always stupidity. Sometimes it's conditioning. Sometimes the nervous system says, I know this room, I know where to stand, I know how to survive this. But Uncle Paul came to say, knowing how to suffer is not the same as being safe. And familiar does not mean healthy. And predictable does not mean peaceful. And just because you know how to live in a cage does not mean the cage is your home. Oh, can I get a witness here? It does not mean the cage is your home. You got to learn how to rebuild the cage, folks. Stop trying to rebuild the cage. Get this thing. I'm not going back. Dr. Reginald Thompson is in the house, y'all. I'm gonna get him to come on here one week and act silly with me, and we're gonna have fun. Y'all, we're gonna probably break the internet. Yes, 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 folks. Get it. Familiar does not mean healthy. I had to learn this because when you get familiar with people and familiar with things, sometimes you feel comfortable there. But then you don't realize that people are using you in that familiar place. People are taking advantage of you in that familiar place. You're doing everything for everybody and nobody's doing anything for you. Hello? Not that I need people to do stuff for me, but at least offer. If we go out to dinner every now and then, offer to pay for me. Make me feel better. I probably would say no, but at least offer. But I'm just saying that because don't be offering and don't have no money because might just take you up on it. Or somebody help me. Predictable does not mean peaceful. And just because you know how to live in the cage does not mean the cage is your home. The old pattern may call you, it may text you, it may send a memory, it may show up as a craving, a thought, a person, a playlist, a late night mood, or a sudden desire to prove something to somebody who should not have had that much power over you, anyways. But you don't have to answer every call from what once trapped you. Stop feeling obligated to take people's calls. I almost cussed there. I'm going to cuss anyways. I feel a cuss coming on. Y'all ain't ready for this. Let the damn phone ring. Stop trying to rescue everybody and lose yourself. Let the phone ring. The cage can miss you, but you do not owe it a visit. You don't owe the cage a visit. Oh, somebody put a pin in that. Get this, freedom feels weird. Freedom feels weird at first because new peace feels suspicious. We're not used to it. We're not used to it. That's all it is. We're just not used to it yet. If your life has been loud for a long time, quiet can feel uncomfortable. If you had to earn love, being loved without performing can feel suspicious. If you had to defend yourself constantly, a safe room can feel like a trick. If you were used to chaos, guess what? Peace will feel boring. Boring. Because guess what? You're so used to chaos. You're so used to chaos, folks. Come on, somebody help me here. Get this. Freedom feels weird at first. All of a sudden you're trying to figure stuff out. But get this. That does not mean peace is wrong. It means peace is new to you. A person who has bent over for years may feel pain when they stand up straight, not because standing up straight is bad, because the body got used to being folded. The body got used to being a mattress that everybody walked on. And in the same way, if your mind has been folded around fear for years and you've been people pleasing, yes, people pleasing was my thing. But oh, baby, I'm learning now. In controlling, overthinking, or survival, freedom will require an adjustment. You gotta learn different now. And I like to say this: new shoes blister before they fit. New habits feel fake before they're natural, and new boundaries feel rude before they feel healthy. Sometimes when you got to say no to people you think is rude, no, it's not. You just got to get used to saying no because you're so used to pleasing people. That's why you broke, because you tried to take care of everybody else except yourself. New confidence feels uncomfortable before it settles into truth. Do not run back to the cage just because freedom don't feel familiar yet. Give it some time. What in the world was that? I got music coming from someplace. That is funny to me. S- My phone started playing music. Do you believe it? I'm sitting here like, where's this music coming from? I said something and my phone jumped, y'all. That was funny. That was funny. It scared me. I'm sitting here like, okay, see, it was unfamiliar. Oh Lord. That was funny to me. I don't know if y'all thought it. I don't even know if y'all could hear it. Quiet room, no alarm. Why does calm feel so hard? I used to know the sound of trouble before it came through the door. I could read the room by silence. I could feel the shaking floor. Now the morning comes in gentle, and I don't know what to do. Peace is sitting at my table, but I'm waiting for the proof. Maybe nothing's wrong. Maybe this is new. Maybe I've been bracing for a storm that's passing through. Freedom feels strange when chaos knew my name. Quiet feels suspicious when I'm used to being blamed. But I'm learning how to stay when peace walks in the room. Freedom feels strange. Strange can still be true. New shoes rub the first smile. New air fills my chest. I keep reaching for the panic, like I need it to be dressed. But I don't have to earn rest. I don't have to chase the noise. I can let my life get quiet without losing my voice.
Maybe safe is real. Maybe calm can last. Maybe I can live here without running to the past. Freedom feels strange when chaos knew my name. Quiet feels suspicious when I'm used to being blamed. But I'm learning how to stay when peace walks in the room. Freedom feels strange, but strange can still be true. I don't have to call it boring just because it doesn't burn. I don't have to fear the quiet. Quiet gives me room to learn. I don't have to chase a crisis just to feel like I'm alive. I can breathe without a battle. I can rest and still survive. Freedom feels strange when chaos knew my name. Quiet feels suspicious when I'm used to being blamed. But I'm learning how to stay when peace walks in the room. Freedom feels strange, but strange can still be true. Quiet room, open arms, maybe calm is not the harm.
This here is free. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Hey, this here is free. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Don't let me have to say that again. You hear me? I said, did you hear me? This here is free. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Hey!
That's right. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Do me a favor, if you're on YouTube, go down there and hit that thumbs up button. And right next to that, there's a subscribe button someplace. Subscribe to my channel and let so we can get these algorithms in place. Same thing on Facebook. Hit that love button or hit that button over there. I think it's love, and you can comment, tell your friends, share it with your friends. Hit the thumbs up, love button, comment, and share. Share with your friends. Let them know that Uncle Paul is on tonight, and he's on fire. Anyways, I'm share mine now over there on Facebook. So maybe we'll get a few more folks to come in from there, and just But let me tell you this: freedom may feel unfamiliar before it feels natural. And don't run back to the cage just because freedom does not make you feel comfortable yet. You're not used to it yet. Give it a chance. Because let me tell you, I've been in some situations where I'm happy right now to be free. Because, see, sometimes you just got to let some stuff go, stop talking to some people, stop calling them on their birthday and everything else. If you really want to be free, you got to just pull yourself away. And I know some people will disagree with me, but I don't care. I got to do what I got to do for my peace. And if you don't like the way I get my peace, that's your problem, not mine. Because you're not going to make your problem my problem. Ha, ta, ta, ta. You hear me? You're not going to make your problem my problem. I need to be free. And if it means I got to get away from some folks, then that's what it takes for Paul. Now, y'all can play around and do what you want to do. But guess what? I'm not rebuilding the cage. And I tell folks now, if you outside of my life right now, when you come back in, you don't have the same access that you had once you left. Oh, let me say that again. That wasn't even on the script. You don't have the same access to me that you once had. Access changes. Hello, I've changed the code. And you get the code to elevated floor number 2. You can't make it up to floor number 3 right now because you ain't at that level yet. See, I'm talking to somebody. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all still looking at that other thing. All right, there I go. I'm back. You can feel fear without obeying fear. You can feel anger without becoming angry. You can feel suspicious without letting suspicious drive the car. You can feel the old reaction rising up and still choose a new response. Get this, a trigger is a signal and not a supervisor. When something triggers you, pause before you crown it as the king. Ask, what is this showing me? Do not only ask, what is it making me do? No, it's not making you do anything. It's showing you something. Because the old cage wants to turn every feeling into a command. Fear says run. Anger says attack. Shame says hide. Control says grab tighter. But freedom says pause, breathe, and choose. The space between reaction and response is where freedom gets stronger, folks. Here's to put a pin in that moment. You can honor that signal without obeying the commands. You can have a trigger, but you don't have to obey it. And you don't have to obey it, folks. And get this, watch what you rehearse. Watch what you rehearse. The mind is skilled at whatever it repeats. You say something enough, you say it enough, your mind will catch it. That's the part we got to learn, folks. When you say something enough, your mind will, the thing you keep repeating is the thing that your mind will start rehearsing. If you rehearse rejection, you will start seeing rejection everywhere. If you rehearse betrayal, you will interview every kind of person like a suspect. If you rehearse failure, you will treat opportunity like a setup. If you rehearse shame, you will apologize for taking up space. And some of us are not stuck because nothing changed. We are stuck because we keep rehearsing the same old script. Change the script, baby. Change the script. You cannot keep practicing the story you're trying to leave and then wonder why it still feels alive. You got to tell those thoughts, get out of my head. Get out of my head. You don't live here no more. You don't live here no more. Get out of my head.
Yeah! Uncle Paul in the building! Pack your bags! Get out of my head! Out. You don't live here! No more! You just pass through! I don't fear! I don't fear! Get out of my head! Get up! Get out! You ain't me! You ain't me! You just know! Just know! I'm finally free! Yo! Got thoughts running laps like they training for a race! Arguing.
Get out of my head. Yes, I'm finally free. I'm finally free, folks. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. I'm free. And I ain't going back. Pack your bags and get up out of my head. And some of us are stuck because nothing changed. Look, you keep every replay lays a brick. Every time you replay that thing in your head, it lays a brick. Every assumption lays a brick. Every this always happened to me lays a brick. Every I knew it would go wrong. That's another brick you just laid. And every time you reduce your whole future to your worst chapter, another wall goes up. This is not about denying reality. Tell the truth. Tell the truth, but tell the whole truth. Yes, you were hurt. Yes, you survived. Yes, it mattered. Yes, it changed you. But also, yes, you are still here. My God, you're still here. Yes, you are learning. Yes, you can choose differently. Yes, the next chapter does not have to be a rerun. Put a pin in it. Stop rehearsing the cage if you're trying to live free. Stop rehearsing the cage if you're trying to live free. Stop rehearsing those old storylines. It's time to get something new, folks. Jeez, I'm worked up tonight. I don't know what's going on in my life tonight, but I'm free. Praise the Lord. I'm free. Let me not sing that because somebody got sued for singing that recently. Look, don't bring old keys to new doors. Don't bring old keys to new doors. Guess what? Stop bringing those old keys to new doors. You can't get in with them. What protected you before may limit you now. What protected you before may limit you now. Get this. Old keys do not open new doors. Get it? The strategy that helped you survive then may not help you thrive now. That hyper independence may have helped you when help was unsafe, but it can isolate you when healthy supports arrive. Over explaining may protect you around people who refuse to understand you, but it can exhaust you around people who are willing to listen. Control may have helped you feel safe in chaos, but it can suffocate new opportunities. And get this, some of your habits are not bad because they were wrong. Some of them have just expired. They had a season. Let me say that again. They had a season. One more time. They had a season. They had a purpose. They got you through. But now you are at a different door, and the old keys do not fit the new door. Stop trying to get in the house with the old keys. You do not have to hate the old version of yourself to outgrow the tools that old version used to need. Thank the strategy, then retire it. Retire it. Thank hyper independence for helping you survive, and then learn how to receive some help sometimes. Thank overthinking for trying to protect you, then learn how to trust wise actions. Thank control for trying to create safety, then learn how to live without choking the life out of every unknown situation. Hey, doggy. Honor the old keys, but do not force them into the new door. Because if you do, you're going to need a locksmith. Because someone's going to have to change those old doors and come and fix the key because you break it off in the door.
I can't force them anymore. Yeah. I've got a pocket full of habits that I picked up on the run. Little ways I learned to hide myself, little ways I held a gun. Not to hurt nobody else, just to keep the hurt away. But I'm standing at a new door now, and the lock don't turn that way. I can thank what got me through, but I don't have to stay. Some tools were made for yesterday. Old keys, new doors, I can't use them anymore. What saved me in the storm can't be the roof I'm building for. Old keys, new doors, I'm not who I was before. I leave the past with honor and walk through something more. And walk through something more. I used to call it independence when I never let them in. Used to call it being careful when I wouldn't try again. Used to call control my comfort, used to call my silence peace. But the same thing that protected me started putting chains on me. I can love who I became and still choose to change. Growing doesn't mean I'm throwing me away. Old keys, new doors, I can't use them anymore. What saved me in the storm can't be the roof I'm building for. Old keys, new doors, I'm not who I was before. I leave the past with honor and walk through something more. And walk through something more. Thank you to the walls that kept me from the weather. Thank you to the mask that held me all together. you to the ways I made it through the night, but I don't need a flashlight standing in daylight. Oh, keys, new doors, I can't use them anymore. What saved me in the storm can't be the roof I'm building for. Oh, keys, new doors, I'm not who I was before. I'll leave the past with honor and walk through something more. Oh, keys, new doors, open hands, open floor. I'm not who I was before.
Get it. Old keys won't fit in new doors. Stop trying to make them fit, folks. You still trying to bring that mess over with you. Let it go. Let it go. Because what I've learned is that peace need practice. Calm can be learned, but peace is not always something you fall into. Sometimes peace is something you practice. If chaos trained you for years, calm will need repetition. Look, I don't know about y'all, but it takes some time when you're just used to chaos. When you sit in a room by yourself, it feels uncomfortable not to have noise. I told y'all the other week when my electric went out, I paid the bill, y'all. I paid the bill. They were doing changing a transformer outside, and they cut off everybody's electricity around here so they could do that. And it was out for about 3 or 4 hours. And I all of a sudden I realized I'm sitting here by myself in a place that was quiet. And I didn't have a TV to cut on. I didn't take my phone out because I was trying to save the batteries in case the power stayed out longer. And it felt weird to me. It felt weird to me that I was sitting there by myself with no noise. And I could meditate and think. And what I've learned is that sometimes that takes practice because I'm not used to being in a room without chaos. And my nervous system may need evidence sometimes. Your mind may need reminders, and your habits may need structure, and your relationship may need consistency, and your body may need time to believe that safe is real. So sometimes we just got to practice peace in small ways. Take a breath before you answer. Let the text sit for 5 minutes before reacting. Don't react so quick. And tell the truth without performing. Say no without writing a courtroom defense. Just say no, I can't do it this time. Somebody asked me recently if they could borrow some money, and I just couldn't do it. And I had to say no. And as much as it hurted me, I just had to say no. And I was okay with that. First, I felt guilty. Then I said, Paul, why are you feeling guilty? You don't have it to do. So sometimes you just got to live with that fact. And I understand that now. Take a breath before you answer. Rest without earning it. And receive kindness without looking for the catch. If somebody shows you kindness, don't sit around and say, well, what's coming? What they want from me? You know, and I that's something I got to get used to because I'm so used to people calling me to get something. I'm not used to people calling me to just say, hey, how are you? I'm not used to people just saying, I'm checking on you today. When somebody called me, I'm always waiting on the catch. I'm waiting on the catch. I'm waiting on them to say, "Hey, can you da 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 da?" Because that's just what my life has been, and I don't blame people for that. I blame myself. I blame myself because I put myself in that situation, folks. I put myself in that situation. And I think we've all been somewhat in crazy situations because of ourselves. We made people used to us. We got too familiar with people and they got familiar with us and they now want to come into our lives and control it. Practice not explaining yourself to people. Stop explaining yourself to people, especially to people that are committed to understanding you. Stop explaining yourself. Practice letting a good moment be good without scanning the room for what's next. It's getting ready to blow up. Oh, Jesus, they were so nice. What's going to happen? Oh, the world's coming to an end. Look, just let a good moment be good. Let a good moment be good. Practice believing that not every pause is rejection. Not every boundary is abandonment, and not every unknown is danger. Peace becomes believable when you practice staying with it. You got to just keep practicing. And get this, put a pin in the moment. If chaos can be learned, peace can be practiced. If chaos can be learned, peace can be practiced, folks. Because we have to learn how to choose different evidence. Stop only collecting proof of fear. Some people are excellent lawyers for their fear. They collect every receipt that proves life is dangerous. People cannot be trusted. Nothing works out. And hoping is embarrassing. And hope is embarrassing. Look, fear walks into courts with binders and screenshots and memories and voice notes. And I'm not saying that evidence is fake. I am saying it may not be the only evidence. If you only collect proof that you've been hurt, fear will always win in the case. Start collecting different evidence, folks. Notice the conversations that went better than expected. Notice the boundaries you kept. Notice the mornings you woke up lighter. Notice the person who showed up. Notice the opportunities that opened. Notice notice the time you paused instead of reacting. Notice the version of you. Notice that version of you that's different, folks. Peace became believable when you practiced saying it, staying with it. You had to stay with it. You got to stay with it. Get that. Choose different evidence, folks. Notice the version of you that did not do what the old you would have done. Your brain needs new proof. Give it some. Freedom grows when you stop letting fear be the only witness. Do not let fear be the only attorney in the courtroom of your mind. Stop letting fear be the only thing in the courtroom of your mind. Practice peace, folks. Practice peace.
Name it, notice, breathe slow, choose where you go. I don't have to answer every alarm inside my chest. I can sit beside the feeling without letting it possess. I can watch the old reaction rise up like a wave, then let it pass beside me while I choose another way. I'm not late to healing, I'm not wrong for needing time. I'm just learning how to live with a quieter mind. I practice peace, one breath, one choice. I lower the storm and listen for my voice. I practice peace, one step, one truth. The calm I keep repeating becomes a room I can move through. I don't have to prove pain just to say that I was hurt. I don't have to wear the ashes just to show the fire burned. I can tell the whole story, not just the broken part. I can give my life some evidence that healing has a start. I'm not chasing silence, I'm not hiding from the sound. I'm just building something becomes a room I can move through. Name what I feel, notice what's real. Before I move, choose what helps me heal. Name what I feel, notice what's real. Breathe before I move, choose what helps me heal. I practice peace, one breath, one choice. I lower the storm and listen for my voice. I practice peace, one step, one truth. The calm I keep repeating becomes a room I can move through. Name it, notice, breathe slow, choose where you go.
This here is free. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Comment, like, and share. Hey, this here is free. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Comment, like, and share. Don't let me have to say that again. You hear me? I said, did you hear me?
That's right, folks. If you're on tonight, don't forget to hit that like button, like or share, or comment, like, and share. Hit those buttons over there on Facebook and YouTube, and let them know you're listening. Let them know you're listening. Log into both of them and hit them both at the same time. Look at them both at the same time. Cut the sound down on one so we can get these ratings up, so we get more people to know we are out here. Folks, we out here doing our thing. Anyways, let me wrap this up. I'm got two more things to say, and I'm wrapping this up. Understand this: building of freedom is a routine. Freedom needs maintenance. Freedom is not automatic. Freedom needs maintenance. You do not clean a house once and assume dust is illegal now, or no more dust. It ain't gonna happen. You do not work out on one time and assume strength is permanent. You work out one time and then you don't think you have to work out again. Nah, that ain't going to happen. You do not choose peace once and assume old patterns will never knock again. That's foolishness. Guess what? You choose peace today and those old habits will start knocking again. The cage gets rebuilt one small habit at a time, but freedom gets built the same way. So here is a simple Uncle Paul's freedom routine. Name, notice, breathe, choose, and move. 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 Get it? Name what you feel. Do not pretend. Name it. Notice what it is connected to. This is about now, or is now reminding me of then. Breathe before you move. Give your body a second to catch up with your wisdom. and choose to respond. Choose the response that match your future, not your fear. Move with one grounded action. Send the message. Take the walk. Make the appointment. Drink the water. Close the laptop. Tell the truth. Apologize. Apply. Rest. Delete the draft. That email you're going to send us a draft, don't send it. And take the next honest step and do this daily. Name it. Name, notice, breathe, choose, and move. I think that's going to be a short book coming up in the next week or two. It's going to be a real short book I'm put out. Do it when you are calm so you can use it when you are under pressure. Name, notice, breathe, and move. Name, notice, breathe, and move. Name, notice, breathe, and move. And finally, here we go. We getting ready to wrap this up. How long have I been on? Probably too long. No, it's not too long. Just an hour and 17 minutes. That's not long. We're going to wrap this up. Final declaration. I'm not going back. Somebody say, if y'all still there, say, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Tell somebody, I'm not going back. I'm typing it in myself too, because I'm not going back. Get it, folks? I refuse to go back. I am not going back. I'm not going back, folks. There comes a moment when you have to say it. I'm not going back. Not because the past was meaningless, not because it did not hurt, not because you are pretending it never happened, but because the past is not your address, folks. It's not your address, folks. You can honor what you survived without living there. You can remember the cage without rebuilding it. You can respect the old version of you without letting that version run your future. So you can say it with me. I am not going back to shrinking. I am not going back to begging for basic respect. I am not going back to calling chaos chemistry. I am not going back to rehearsing shame. I am not going back to letting fear dress up as wisdom. No, 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 I'm not. I am not going back. I'm not going back to letting fear dress up as wisdom and making the decision for me. I am not going back to rehearsing shame. I am allowing myself to be free and unfamiliar at the same time. I'm allowing myself to be safe without sabotage. I am allowing myself to grow without apologizing. I am allowing myself to leave old patterns even if they once protected me. I am allowing myself to practice peace until peace feels like home to me. The cage can call my name, but guess what? I do not have to answer. I do not have to answer. The old room can leave the light on, but I do not have to walk back in it. I escaped the cage, folks. I escaped the cage. Now I refuse to rebuild it. I'm not rebuilding the cage. I am free. I am free enough to leave. I am wise enough to stay gone. I am strong enough to build something new. I am not going back because freedom is not just walking out of what hurt me. Freedom is learning not to recreate it with my habits, with my language, with my fear, with my reactions, and with my choices. You do not rebuild the cage you escaped, folks. If this episode spoke to you, share it with somebody who keeps going back to their old patterns. And if you are ready to stop rebuilding what broke you, comment one phrase real quick. I'm not going back. Somebody say, I'm not going back. I refuse to go back.
I can remember it without returning to it. I can honor what I survived without living there. every scar. I know the rooms that tried to shrink me. I know the nights that went too far. But I woke up with a new breath. I stood up with a new name. If the old life wants an answer, here's the answer I became. I'm not mad at where I've been, but I'm finished living there. I can wave at yesterday from open air. I'm not going back. I'm not turning around. I won't rebuild the walls that I finally tore down. I'm not going back. I know what freedom costs. I can honor what I lived through without becoming what I lost. No, no, no. I'm not going back. No, no, no. I'm not going back. I'm not going back to shrinking. Not going back to playing small. Not going back to asking people if I'm allowed to stand up tall. Oh, not going back to chaos just because it knows my song. Not going back to calling fear wise when fear had me wrong. I'm not ashamed of survival, but survival is not the end. I can love the person I was and still not be them again. I'm not going back. I'm not turning around. I won't rebuild the walls that I finally tore down. I'm not going back. I know what freedom costs. I can honor what I lived through without becoming what I lost. Am I going back?
No, not me.
Am I rebuilding?
No, I'm free.
Am I still shrinking?
No, I breathe.
What do I choose now?
Open street.
I choose the door, I choose the sky, I choose the truth over the lie. I choose the room where I can grow. I choose the life I used to only hope to know. I'm not going back. I'm not turning around. I won't rebuild the walls that I finally tore down. I know what freedom costs. I can honor what I lived through without becoming what I lost. No, no, no. I'm not going back. No, no, no. I'm not going back. Open air, open road. No, no, no. I'm not going back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. For spending time with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For spending time with me today. I know you didn't have to, but I'm so glad you did. Looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For spending time with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For spending time with me today. I know you didn't have to, but I'm so glad you did. Looking forward to
you out.